the podcast on. You know what's on? It's been some time. You know what? I don't even want to do introductions, man. Fuck it. Drea, what's up? Let's talk.
I'm feeling good. Feeling real good.
Nah, you wasn't feeling good. You said you was mad about something. Let's talk on it.
I was feeling away. I am feeling away.
Tell
I
the
feel
people how you
away.
feel.
I feel away because everybody is coming at Kamala so bad.
Mm-hmm. Cause she the
And
worst, right?
damn. See, that's what you get. That's what happens when you spreading blasphemy. Yeah, look at no
Yo,
protections over here. You not protecting nothing, and the light
so
done
go
fell
ahead.
down
Well,
off the
God,
wall.
God shut your house. He kicked the light over. I don't know what's going on over there.
No, it was you spewing that hate, spewing that
I
hate.
mean, clearly she's the worst, and she locked up a whole bunch of people, and she ain't for us, and she ain't gonna do nothing. And she's not really black, apparently.
She just started being black.
She turned black like 2 weeks ago. What are you
She
talking
just
about?
According,
turned black.
This shit crazy as hell.
all of a
When
sudden that really matters.
she really like, I just feel like it's crazy because like she really can't even pass. So what are we even? This is wild to me that people are even questioning that she went to a HBCU. She embraces her blackness. I don't know why people be going so hard. Like she's not even really black. And then like, why does it even matter? Because none of our other presidents have been black besides Obama. So why does that matter? And then y'all was complaining when we had his ass in the office because I said that he ain't do nothing for black people. Now we get somebody who, again, what? I guess they not gonna do nothing for black people either, just like the white people don't do nothing for black people. Like this is so stupid. This is the dumbest argument that I've heard out of so many different people. And y'all really think Trump gonna do shit for black people? He hates you.
You know what? Okay, I'll say one thing. I Does he hate us? But maybe, potentially. I don't know if he hates us. I know he don't mind loving people who do hate us. That may be worse.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
worse.
see. I don't think of Trump as being outright racist. But if he had to go, put
capitalist.
on the
He's
Klan hood
he's racist
to get,
adjacent.
he's cool
I
enough with it.
mean,
If he had
he
to go
was
to a
right.
Klan rally to get the vote, he'd
Yeah,
do it. We
He
know
was
he'd
right.
do it.
he's done it.
Right. He's done it. He was raised by it.
Right.
Like his
Right.
grandfather was like a grand wizard.
But Trump gave us the stimmies. Like
Grandpa
Trump gave
Grant
us
was
the
it?
stimmies. He gave you $1,200.
But
So like,
see, and that's a good point you made. So like, I'm happy we started here because obviously there's been a lot of people, particularly in our community, speaking about this, right? And
mhm.
I don't really care if you want to be a black Republican. I don't really get it 100%. But if it works for you and you feel like your ideals and the
Do you?
policies you're cool with, that's fine. I actually had a debate about this over the weekend, talking to a cousin of mine because he actually wants to support Trump. And I said, okay, well, I broke down why is it. And he was like, well, it's more so for like the stuff that's happening locally or whatever. So okay, so you want to vote maybe Republican for the local benefit of doing so. Okay. I said, but if
What
that local
locality did he mean? What did he mean by the local?
so
Like,
like he's more so talking about the representation in his district, like his local representatives, as opposed to on the as opposed to just presidency, because obviously you vote down ballot, right? He's talking more so down ballot. Okay, cool.
gotcha.
He says some of the policies that have been portrayed for others, or some of the policies that he's seen on the Republican ticket, more aligned with what he wants. Okay, I get that. But I told him, and I was like, listen, if it comes with some of that crazy education shit that you saw in Florida, you got kids. Are you cool with, hey, they dropping the congestion tax, but your kid's gonna learn that slavery was fun and kind of a choice? If it comes with that, at some point,
That's my argument.
we gotta. But I think the reason why this is working, number one, the reason why they're going to Kamala about her not being fit, not being black, is because until about the fourth, and it was a fourth quarter, early fourth quarter. Listen, follow my reference real quick. And he thought he had Biden, and he was preparing game planning for Biden. And then early in the fourth, got that call. All right, we gotta bring in somebody else, and they don't got no tape on this person. They don't know what to say about this person. They ain't got no scouting report on this person. All they got is what they can see right there. She's a woman, sexism, she black, racism, and we gonna say she don't know shit and she's stupid.
Recently black, by the way. Recently black.
Those are easy,
stop.
things to go after. So you got like people who are hopping on board, like, yeah, she ain't do nothing for us. She didn't do this. And I'm just like, these the same people who don't know shit, but they have large voices, they have strong platforms, and they're using them to speak against it.
It seems like a lot of the stupidest people have the loudest voices lately.
Well, that's how they get people to
because they're talking to other stupid people.
That's their platform.
So it's like, you gotta remember, like, smart people aren't going to be arguing with dumb people all day.
This is true.
And they're not easily swayed by dumb people yelling and arguing.
Right.
They're like, cool, you got that. I'm not.
Do you think that these are the people that are going to vote?
I think the problem has always been, I mean, again, we don't do politics too much, but it's pretty clear that no one wants to be a Republican. And that's like, oh, why do you say it? The popular vote, which is just should be the vote, by the way, this is fucking dumb.
Right.
Is always majority Democrat. It always is.
Right.
No one really votes that side. It's just this bullshit electoral college. I'm not going into a civics lesson about that shit, but that's why, right? So people really don't believe in most of the ideals over there because they don't vote that way.
Yeah.
So that's why they need the antics of a Waka Flocka, which I don't know if they cut him a check, but I mean, I can see him needing a check.
I'm definitely seeing
who's listening to Waka Flocka right now.
All that can
he's big on the EDM. I don't
know. Is he?
Yeah, super big. And he goes overseas and does concerts. His DJ.
All I know is that nigga was here at Bo State for Spring Fest, and it wasn't that crowded. So
I can't imagine he's rocking huge crowds right now. I can't imagine.
He's big overseas, pretty much.
He makes a great vegan cupcake, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Republicans don't eat vegan.
Right. It's probably not his base.
Vegan is for liberals.
Vegan's for liberals.
That's not his base. That's what Amber Rose found out, man. They don't really fuck with you like that. They fuck with you for this moment, for right now.
That's all I need right now. We need you to swing a couple votes. We got money in the campaign budget to throw you a couple dollars just to go say some shit for us.
Is she swinging votes?
No.
I sincerely doubt it.
Okay.
But
none of them are. But it's
but this is what I think is weird to me. Of the people that they've utilized, and I'm not saying, like, listen, the left does the pandering too. I don't need to see Megan twerking for votes. I don't need that shit. Like, personally,
twerking for votes.
I don't like it. It looks just as coonish as the other side doing the same thing. I mean, you have a fucking lineup of Amber Rose and Hulk Hogan. The fuck? The fuck is going? That's just as dumb to me.
Hulk Hogan ripping his shirt off. He ripped his shirt off.
Trump-a-mania run wild.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck? You know what was crazy after that? Like, you saw like Fox News and people like that. Hulk Hogan had the best speech of the night.
But you know what's serious?
He was like, hey, body slam Kamala Harris. Like, what?
Even here's the thing, and I know that sounded worse than what it really. I mean, he's a wrestler. I get it, but I'm just like, this is what we're doing.
Nah.
This is what we're.
You can't say you're gonna body slam a potential president.
Right. He ain't even say like
she's actually the vice president. Like,
but
they were talking about her. Like,
that's
he could like he ain't even say like what his finisher move. Like he ain't say like Hulkamania leg drop on her. Like he ain't do like
he said drop the leg. He said drop the leg on her.
Hulkamania leg drop.
He said he didn't say no. He said the whole thing. He said drop the leg on her. I was just
you gotta give the Hulkamania leg drop.
Like,
because I was waiting for the Hulkamania. Yeah, that's the part.
I'm just saying, like it's a fucking zoo right now. And
we're in a simulation. We for sure in a simulation. AI is getting better. We're this is just gonna happen. We're in a simulation. It's all good.
Better.
I just don't know why. I get why some people get involved in politics. I'm trying to understand why people in hip hop feel they gotta make it like choose a side. That's where I'm losing my shit at. And I feel like I don't know. I see what Plies said, because Plies, if you'd have told me in 2024 that Plies would be the fucking voice of reason in political matters, I'd be like, okay, what the fuck does you want? he said something that was really actually like made sense. He was like, a lot of people have come out and been really critical and been wanting like a lot of like explanation from Kamala about what she does and her record and why she's qualified and all of this shit. And he said, "Why are y'all so critical of her, but you're not on the other side?" And I'm like, that's the funniest thing to me to hear when you hear them say she not qualified. Newsflash, motherfucker, why are you qualified? You've done nothing.
She's
You
the
shouldn't be
current
there.
VP. It doesn't make sense. How could the current
even
VP
before that, she had
not
a
be
whole
qualified?
career.
Right.
Of
And
course.
the thing is, even
But
when
I
Trump,
mean, that's just the glaring thing it's like, it's how can you say she's not qualified? She's literally next to the guy.
But the thing is, they can't ask those type of questions, especially Trump supporters, when they voted for Trump, who wasn't even close to qualified the first time.
Not even
So
close.
it's like he wasn't even in politics. Like, he's a reality TV star, failed businessman. Like, he was all of these things.
All he was.
None of it said president of the United States.
And you scam artist. Don't forget the scam artist.
All that stuff.
The failed school and shit. Yeah.
And you questioning him about, you never question him about politics, but you got questions for her if she qualified.
It doesn't make sense.
When you got clearly somebody who has never even done politics and you want him to run the free world.
Like, I'm not even mad about you not liking her if you are not liking her based off of actual actions, policy, what the Biden administration has done. Okay, I don't have to agree with you on that shit. That's cool. But we gotta stop this bullshit pandering about like she not qualified, shouldn't be here, didn't earn her a spot. Like, but it goes to what you always know is that when you black, particularly if you're a black woman, you gotta work twice as hard as everybody else.
She's not even a convicted felon.
Right.
God damn.
She doesn't have several kids.
She's not a rapist.
She's not a rapist.
I mean, Trump is a convicted felon, right?
And then and what you mentioned just now, Dre, in regards to like some of those allegations, have you read some of that shit? I've read it. It is wow. And they're just like, we wanted to be president forever. Really?
Yeah.
Like
he would
not
try
other
to
people,
that guy.
Right. He would try to do it.
Right. He even said, he was like, you don't ever have to worry about voting again. If I get elected.
Okay.
Like,
wait a minute. Wait. To be fair, he did make it. He said something else after that. Like, the idea was that he said at the end of that quote, they'll fix it so great that they won't have to come. It was too subtle for me. Too subtle.
No.
But
it wasn't after that though. It was before that, because he was like, even if basically, like, if he didn't win, then he would make it so that it looks like he should have won or something along those lines. I gotta rewatch it.
I gotta watch it again. I remember. I just do remember they cut off like 3 segments of that by the time, and they're like, they're so evil. I'm just like, I mean,
well, I do know when he did debate Biden before Biden dropped out, and they asked him about, if you lose, will there be another incident like January 6th? And he refused to answer the question.
He didn't answer the question. He just refused.
And I don't know how that doesn't scare people. Regardless of if that's your guy or not, that don't scare you. He's gonna be like, I don't know what's gonna happen. The fuck.
That's literally what, like, that he was just like.
I tell you right now,
I don't know what's happening. Weak.
If he loses, I guarantee you this: the National Guard will be ready. They not having that shit happen again. No. So anybody who think they gonna march on Washington again with weapons,
there will be riots. Antifa is gonna come.
They're gonna pop some more people this time. They were hesitant last time.
It's gonna be straight government Secret Service with military style weapons and tanks. Don't play with us. They're gonna be just posted waiting. Like, okay, she won. Now what you want to do?
Ready this time. I think they're more prepared.
They will never not be ready again. Y'all tried this shit one time and didn't succeed.
They already got intel. The people that they already probably marked the people that's involved.
They are already violating your rights right now to see who talking that talk. They already have them pegged right now.
They already know. They already know.
This is just crazy.
We're in a simulation. Who said that? Yeah, Jesus. Yeah,
it's crazy times.
It is. It's weird that it's real. And then I always try to understand. It's like, man, I wonder how it felt for in Europe when Hitler was coming to power, like in Germany.
Wow.
Like how did that feel? Like how did
it sounds crazy to think about that, but you're right, because whenever I hear somebody, because that's what I've heard too. It doesn't happen overnight. And number two, it's when you hear somebody talking against just basic freedoms, free and clear elections, right? The rule of democracy. You hear somebody start saying things like, "We shouldn't even have
education.
That. We should control what we teach.
We should not let women have abortion.
Like control, like that shit sounds scary." And no one in the Supreme Court, the federal courts are just like, "Yeah, he's cool. This is cool." Until it's something that you like or you want, then what are you gonna feel then? Like it's that is some Nazi Germany shit. It really is. It really
I've definitely been giving it some thought. It's like, man, I wonder how that felt like, when it started. Like
every generation, somebody was on the wrong side of history. So
Trump doesn't want to have school.
Make sure your passports is in order, because the Great Escape may be real.
Might need the GO.
Listen, right before it hits.